Welcome to our WLUK Fox 11 one-on-one YouTube series with our man, Donald Driver. Donald, watching that loss to the Giants, what's the biggest thing that sticks out to you?
I think the biggest thing was turnovers. I think that was the margin that I think they have to correct. I think if they don't get those turnovers early in the game with punt return and then also Jordan fumbling, the game transit, it's a different atmosphere of what happens, right? So I think if they can fix that the turnover margin and make the plays that they need to make, they'll win the game.
If you're in that locker room right now after that loss to the Giants, what's your message to the team?
Let it go. That's the message, right? Because you can't dwell on the past. You got to move on. And so, again, I talked about it, right? They control their own destiny. They have 4 games left. If they finish out strong in these 4 games, then they're in the wild card. And it starts all over again. It's 0-0.
This is a really young team. From the outside, just watching them, what's your biggest takeaway from the youth on this team and kind of what their potential is?
I think the confidence. They're building the confidence that they can actually, they understand that they can actually compete, right? I think sometimes when outside noise tells you that you're rebuilding, that's in their mind that, oh, we're rebuilding, it's okay if we take a loss here, take a loss there. But I think the guys now realizing that it's not a rebuilding year, right? It's about opportunities to make the postseason every single year. That's what the tradition has been here. And, you know, Packer fans, they don't like losing, right? They hate losing. So if you can make that transition and figure out that you just got to take one game at a time, one day at a time, you're going to be fine.
What do you remember in that transition year when you were playing, when they went from Brett to Aaron, and how tough that is for what Jordan's having to deal with?
I think Jordan has it harder than Aaron did. I think when Brett left, you got to remember we were just coming off the NFC Championship game against the Giants, right? And Aaron had the #1 receiver group in the National Football League. And so we were so solid and so stoked on the offensive side that it's kind of like when he stepped in, it was easy transition, a little bit harder than Jordan. Jordan doesn't have the veterans in the locker room like we did. So I think it's a little bit harder for him, but I think he's understanding that. The team is gelling together. They're starting to understand what that chemistry looks like. And if they do that, man, I think it's not a rebuilding year. It's a confidence year that they got to realize that they just got to have the confidence that they got to play together.
What do you like most about Jordan's game in the 7, 10, however many starts he's had so far?
I think his confidence is now building. I think a lot of people, early on the game was so fast for him because he's never had that opportunity to play an entire season and see how the game transitions. But I think now that he understands, like, okay, I basically control this if I wanted to. And he's been controlling it for the last couple of weeks.
He has a style that is so calm under pressure. It seems like nothing phases him. Like, how good of a trait is that to have for a quarterback?
That is good. Most quarterbacks don't have that. When they get into that panic mode, you can see it. And once they get rattled, they never play well. I've noticed that about him from the day he came in as a draft pick, right? He's just nonchalant, keeps to himself. He doesn't let the highs get high and don't let the lows get lows. And so he's always just been steel kill. And I think that's a good thing. Not too many people have that, but he has it.
What do you think was the key in turning this season around?
Just taking one game at a time. I think that's what it is. And I think it started, and I think we were all excited about the Thanksgiving game because I don't think no one expected them to go into Detroit and win that game. And then to come out with that victory and to, show that, hey, listen, we can compete. We're there. We're just one play, one opportunity away.
In your opinion, what's this team's biggest strength?
I would say, I would have to say coming together. I think that's what it is. I think the outside noise has distracted all of them, and sometimes that's your biggest weakness. And so I think they've realized now that we only can control what we do in house. I mean, from who's the quarterback, is the running back's going to play, can the receivers catch a ball, can the receivers run routes, is Matt truly a true leader at the head coaching position? I mean, all that outside drama has brought nothing that's going to benefit them and make them stronger, right? So I think at this point they just need to sit back and just say, listen, we can control only what we control in our house. What goes on in the locker room, what goes on in this organization, we control that. Don't let it get outside.
Let's talk Christmas quick. It's coming up in a little bit. What was your favorite Christmas present growing up?
My bike. Yeah, I got a bike when I was in 2nd grade. That was the first thing that's truly what I remember, is getting a bike for Christmas. And I remember actually me and my brother my mom told us to go to bed. And then all of a sudden we decided that we just wasn't sleeping. We ended up sneaking into the living room, and we saw them putting our bike together. And at that point we was like, wow, I can't believe this. And so it made us run in the room, go to sleep, because we couldn't wait until the next morning to ride the bikes.
So your parents didn't see you?
No, they didn't. Yeah. And we ended up telling our moms that, like, years after this, when we were grown, that that's happened. And she was like, I knew I heard some noise. I just didn't know if it was really you guys. So, yeah, but that was the most amazing gift I ever got.
What's your favorite gift you've given?
Oh, my gosh.
Is there anything that sticks out?
Not one thing. I think for me is every season for me now, it's all about giving to other people, right? It's not about myself. It's all about giving to someone else. And so it's been our challenge. This whole entire, I guess for me, it's been our challenge for our entire life. But now this is the season of we say, let's take care of someone else, not let someone take care of you.
Donald Driver, the one, the only. If you want to watch more one-on-one YouTube series, head to our WLUK Fox 11 YouTube page. Thanks for watching, everybody.